Hello, Internet. Life is a series of choices, and every choice you make is not guided by logic. It's guided by emotion. I know, we like to think that we're all logical and advanced and better than all the other animals on the planet, but we're still driven by our emotions. But there's a way to control it. Before I get into that, let me welcome you to the Empirical Sword. I'm Lore Master DLC 79. And I believe school doesn't teach. We have to be the masters of our education. That means we have to learn the things that school isn't teaching, like how to use our emotions to our advantage. And to be honest, I'm not getting this off the top of my head. I did not actually. I mean, all the stuff that I'm giving you in this entire series, I did not think of it. I'm getting this from other people. But the person I'm getting this from is Tony Robbins. Google his name. Go to YouTube search, type in Tony Robbins, you will find him. And it's, I mean, if you watch his stuff before watching the rest of this video, you won't want to watch this video. I guarantee you. And that's a stupid thing to put at the beginning of my video, because then you'll not want to watch this video. But that's just how much better Tony Robbins is at all this. The point is, everything we do in life, we're either going toward an emotion that we want, or we're going away from an emotion that we don't want. And we can use all kinds of terminology here, and it's things we want or things we don't want, to put it simply. It's very binary. And admittedly, that kind of overly simplifies human thought. I mean, it's not just we want this and we don't want that. There's also a time factor. Like people who smoke. Everybody who smokes knows emphysema, lung cancer, it'll kill you. Things we don't want. But that's really far in the future. It might not happen. I might die of something else. But right now, I'm stressed out, and I associate this little thing here with calming down. I want that. And I don't want the stress. And the stress is right now. The threat of emphysema, that's... By the way, I don't actually smoke. I'm just using the example. I may have come off as a little too good an actor there. But, it's... We all have these like false associations in our brains about, what feels good and what doesn't feel good. And reward systems, things that I've talked about before in previous episodes. The thing is, those false associations, remember in a previous episode, I gave the example of, somebody being stressed out from their work, and they drive home and they're still stressed out from their work, and they go into their house and they're still stressed out from their work, and their family is talking to them while they're stressed out from work. And they can associate the stress from work, being stressed, with coming home and having to deal with their family. That is a false association. A false association that we should try to avoid making in the first place. And if it is made, we need to break it. So how do we break it? Form a new association. I mean, associations are so easy to form. I mean, they form without our even knowing it. But knowing how to form these associations, we can make them ourselves. We can associate bad habits with uncomfortable thoughts, uncomfortable sensations. They have to be intense, very, very intense. For example, if you are a smoker, start thinking about all the good thing, all the good feelings, all the good vibes you get from smoking and lighting up. And now start thinking about the last time you were so sick to your stomach that you were puking and puking and puking and couldn't stop. And just focus on every sensation that you remember having. And now associate that, You force yourself to have those that kind of visceral sensation of gut-wrenching nausea, the room spinning. Associate that with the sensation of smoking. Do that strongly enough, smoking's not going to feel so good. It's going to be an uncomfortable sensation, a thing that we want to avoid. Just one example. And again, Tony Robbins is so much better at this. So much better. Check him out. Tony Robbins.